This is Joy Rowland, and you are listening to the Joyful Money Podcast. This is episode number 80 Lessons from a Best Selling Author of 19 Books. Welcome to Joyful Money, the podcast where we focus on making money the joyful way. We are done with the stress and anxiety that typically come with making money. We'll feature extraordinary and inspiring business owners who are making a huge impact by sharing their gifts and talents with the world. Pour yourself a cup of coffee or tea and let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 80 of the Joyful Money Podcast. My guest today is Michal Stawicki. He's known as Mr. Consistency in the personal development world. He's a best-selling author of 19 books with over 90,000 copies sold. Michal transformed from a database administrator to a business owner and business coach. His unique approach helps business owners build successful businesses while maintaining work-life balance. Specializing in habit development and mindset shift, Michal is dedicated to helping business owners double their businesses within 1 year. Through his books and one-on-one coaching, Michal has impacted 100,000 plus people. Michal does not believe you have to sacrifice everything in life to grow your business. He believes that with the right strategy, you can grow your business while loving and enjoying life. Welcome to another episode of the Joyful Money Podcast. I am so excited because we have a very special guest with us today. Welcome to the show, Michal.
Hello, Joy. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. So why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling us what you do?
Currently, I'm a business owner. I have my book advertising agency. That's my main source of income. I'm doing coaching on the side, and I'm trying to develop it into another business leg for me. And I'm also a published author, and I have 19 books out there on Amazon. So that's from the professional side of things. From the private, I'm a Christian husband. We have 3 kids, and my youngest will be 18 in like a couple of months. So we soon become empty nesters.
Oh, wow. Isn't that an amazing phase? Are you looking forward to it?
Well, we kind of started feeling that because our eldest is at college right now, and my second son, he graduated high school, started working, so he is half of the way day away from home. So, and come on, we had 2 oldest guys, so they took care of our daughter. We could travel, and we did like since 4 years ago. So we already know how it is, and yes, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, amazing. Lucky you. So, did you say you've published 19 books? Did I hear
Uh,
that right?
yes, yes, ma'am.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So tell us about your book publishing and your book, sorry, you said book advertising, right?
Right.
So you help people advertise their books?
Yes, on Amazon only because this is the system I know, and
Okay.
it's also complicated enough that people are willing to outsource that. So this is our business. I have a small team. I hire family members and few Filipinos, and we serve a couple dozen of authors.
Oh, wow, I find that very interesting. So, if I had a book, for example, you would help me get more sales on Amazon, correct?
Yes, that's the ultimate goal of everybody when they are advertising.
Oh, amazing. I love that so much because I'm having a book published in a couple of months, and I think that would be amazing if I can have someone help me with the advertising on Amazon. So tell us, Michal, tell us about your business journey.
It started 2012, let's say it started when I read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. The message of the book is very simple. Success is a few simple disciplines repeated over time. And for me, it was a huge discovery because I thought success is something grand, golden medal at Olympics, starting a new Microsoft. So I didn't even try. That was my excuse not to try. But small, simple things, yeah, I could have kind of. And I was a lifelong employee. I didn't have any real experience with entrepreneurship. So following by the book, I started or rather restarted a massive personal development program for myself, read, listened, watched 4 hours a day, and started following advice from those books. One of them was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and Stephen Covey said,
Okay.
start with the end with mind. So I started working on my personal mission statement and then rediscovered this childhood dream of being a writer. And I
Mm,
started following it. So that was a bumpy road, several failed attempts, one blog, another blog, writing fiction in Polish. And I decided, nope, I need to work on my craft for years till I can really reap any benefits. And I needed to income right now, some revenue. And finally, I ended up writing personal development stuff based on my experience from whatever I practiced, achieved, studied, and yeah, that was really the first step from being an employee full time and
mm,
nothing else till actually making money. After a year, I was making half of my salary from royalties. So,
really?
yep. So that was like that kept me going, that's for sure. And it took me a few more years before I scaled down my day job to
Mm.
half time and started this book advertising business along with writing and publishing my own books.
Oh, wow. So then I like I find that very fascinating. So do you are all the 19 books fiction or nonfiction?
It's all nonfiction. It's almost all personal development based on my experience, and a couple of them I wrote with a co-author. They are just stories we
Mm.
collected from the internet, from the history, and one team is success habits, and the
Mm.
other is just persistence. Yeah, so those kind of stories put together, but the rest is my books. I wrote a personal mission statement for myself. It made a big impact on my life, and that was my first book, How to Write Your Personal Mission Statement, and so on. I studied speed reading, doubled my reading speed, so I created a program to chunk it down to 10 minutes a day, and that's another book of mine, and so on and so on.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. I went through your profile online, and one of your books I found very interesting is called of The Art of Persistence. Stop quitting, ignore shiny objects, and climb your way to success. I love that so much. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh yeah, it's a book. Like 3 different friends asked me in the span of several months the same question, because they
Mm,
knew me before and after my transformation. And the question was, yeah, of course I get the importance of persistence, but how you actually do it? Yeah. So there was this disparity between intellectually, I know that it's
mm,
good, it's a road to success, but in practice, it's just not happening. So this is
mm,
my like textbook for them, how to become persistent, how to change your mindset about persistence, about doing things in the long run, because this is seriously how life works. Everything compounds, and if you are jumping from one shiny object to another, you cannot build anything significant.
Yeah. Wow, that's so good. So then, on your journey to becoming a successful author and a business owner, what would you say was the pivotal moment in your journey when you overcame a significant challenge or a limiting belief?
Oh, that's how to say it right. Yeah, it was just the very beginning, because there is this English saying, "Well started is half done," and that was exactly with my transformation in the whole journey. So starting, like absorbing this message that success is just a few simple disciplines, and actually giving myself permission to try this road to success, that was the most pivotal moment. That was, I describe it like the difference between nothingness and then the whole universe of possibilities is created, because something
Mm.
clicked in my mind. I made the decision, yes, I will try. And after that decision follow action, and action always changes your results. So this is how it all happened. But before that, for years, I was like, oh, it's so hard. Oh, I'm not qualified. Oh, this, oh, that. And I did nothing. And when you did nothing, nothing happens.
Yes, that is like that resonates with me so well. And I'm sure with many of the people listening to us right now, because we tend to have limiting beliefs that we're not good enough to start something. We have a dream of building a business, but then all of our limiting beliefs come up and we think we're not good enough. We're not intelligent enough. We're not pretty enough. We don't have enough experience. We don't have enough education, and all of those things that keep coming up. And so, how did you overcome that to be able to see your potential and be able to take the actions that will get you the results?
Hmm. So Andy Andrews, if I'm not mistaken, said that people change like that if
Mm,
the two things fall in place. One, okay, it just makes sense, and then it makes sense for me personally, because one thing is to say, yeah, okay, that's a sales. Oh, that's great career. You can make millions. Great. Yeah, but sales are not for me. And then you're blocked, and you will not try to follow that path. So it clicked for me that success is a few simple disciplines repeated over time, because like there are multiple instances, of course, in the book. And so that's the whole objective of the book, to convince people about this message. But also I examined my own uh, experience, my own history, and whenever I had some success, yeah, I could track down small, simple daily disciplines behind it.
mm,
So it made sense for me then, and because it made sense for me, I like I was robbed of out of my excuses,
mm,
because those excuses were, yeah, I'm not good enough, and but it's a law of nature. If you keep doing, so it's like you are starting a race and you are putting one leg ahead of the other, and you are not lost. You follow the road. Eventually, you will arrive at the finish line. Period. So it's the same with life. If you keep going, uh, you will reap the benefits, the fruits of your work. End of story. It is how life functions. It's the law of nature. So it really clicked for me on a gut level. And that's really what happens. And because now I'm a coach also,
mm,
2 hours ago, I was coaching someone, and he is uh, playing with the thought of starting a business. So I can tell you that the change always happens when it makes sense for you at the gut level. It's not that someone will tell you what to do or you will read it in the book. It needs to happen inside of you, or something else needs to be happening that you will start repeatedly doing the actions. Because when that happens, you, as I said, allow a new results, a new set of results. Because, okay, you are now doing something else, so something else will materialize. So what I mean is often it's a like kind of blind trust to the mentor, or because we often say believe in yourself, but for people like me who has like zero self-confidence, had zero and didn't believe in themselves, like it's just empty words. It's like believe in this ball. It doesn't make sense, period. So for those people, okay, they don't believe in themselves, but if someone they respect tell them, okay, you should do this and like do it for 3 months, they will follow just out of the respect, and because they will follow, the action will happen. So they put trust in the other person's judgment, and then it's just a matter of sticking to actions and not counteracting. Yeah, we all know this term, self-sabotage. So you can be diligent and write 10,000 words a day, but so what if at the end of the day you will just destroy everything and put it in trash? Well, you are back to zero other than experience, but you are not producing anything because you counteracted what you've done. It's often it's funny. Yeah, I read that in some book. When people are dieting and losing weight, uh, often they reward themselves like sweets for training, which is totally uh, ridiculous because you are counteracting exactly what you've just done. So in the end, uh, both forces balance themselves, and you are at the same spot.
Wow, that's really profound. I like everything you've just said. And what sticks out for me was your point about mentorship and having a coach. And what you said about the coach having so much belief in you and giving you action steps and you taking those actions. And then because you take those actions, you get the results. Even if you didn't have the self confidence in the first place, because you invested in a coach and a mentor, that coach and a mentor is able to bring out the best in you. Like, I love that so much. And that's exactly what has happened in my own life when I found coaching through the life coach school. Uh, Brooke Castillo is the head of the life coach school, and just her belief in me. And when she coaches me, she sees me at my higher self. She doesn't see me at my unbelief and low self doubt, low self confidence. I like that so much. Now, Michal, you mentioned that success is a few simple disciplines repeated over time. I love that so much. Can you tell us your personal experience with your chosen disciplines? Like, what do you do every day, repeated over time to create the success you have today?
Yeah, I get zillions of examples. Well, zillions, it's too many, but dozens and dozens. Uh, because and that's my point in the art of persistence, like we do not really comprehend the impact of the compound effect. So the long
Mm,
game, we are so focused on the short term, we just do not comprehend what can happen. So
mm,
when I was starting, it took me a whole month before I figure out what writers do. They write. Seriously. After a month, it
wow.
clicked. Oh yeah, I should write actually, not study what people are doing and so on. I should write to be a writer. And I started writing every day, I think for half an hour. That was my,
Mm.
not every day, but 5 work day, 5 days a week. Then I added Saturday, then I added Sunday. And for about 10 years, I was writing about half an hour to an hour a day. And it
Wow.
resulted in hundreds of answers on Quora, blog posts, articles, 19 books.
Mm.
Right now, it's around 3 million words in my writing log. So
Wow.
a lot of experience, but it was in chunks, it was very small, but it accumulated. And
Mm.
like that's so now, because I was dedicated to writing for 10 years, everything else happened to be possible because I learned a bit of marketing. I learned a bit of, well, even more than a bit. Now, well, I'm an expert. People are paying
Yeah.
uh, me per hour over $100 just to learn what I will tell them about book publishing. Yeah, so um, book advertising. Uh, it all was possible because I was consistent with my writing. I built a writer's career. That's why I could I did my tools into the self-publishing world. I was known in that world. I have mentors in that world.
Mm.
So that's why I could start successfully in my book advertising career. My first customers were just my peers who knew me and like, oh, well, I'm not advertising. Yeah, let's try do it for me. And
Mm.
and voila, then we reach results. But so and I 2 years ago quit my day job completely. So now I'm a full-time entrepreneur. And you
Mm.
just cannot, because I'm talking right now about the writing habit, but writing for half an hour a day versus having your own business and quitting day job. And okay, we haven't had this home when I started. Actually,
Mm.
we were able to come on, contribute to the mortgage because of book royalties. Uh,
Wow.
so plenty of things which like you look at them and writing half an hour a day and all of this, it doesn't
Mm.
up. Yes, it does up because it's done through the compound effect. It's not that just writing 3 million words will make you rich, happy, and famous, and so on, but it enables the journey.
Yes, I love that so much. And yes, it's almost unbelievable that 30 minutes a day would give you all of the successes you've had today. But yes, that's how it works. That's how compounding works. And yes, I have read that book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Austin. So good. So it's the little things we do, disciplines, small disciplines, repeated over and over again over a space of time. So then, Michal, on this podcast, we like to teach about how to build a business you love, how to build a business that's joyful. Like the podcast is called Joyful Money, right? Because we don't want people to make money and then at the end of the day, they are stressed, they are depressed, and because obviously money doesn't bring happiness. We know that. But in your experience, based on your personal experience and even the people you coach, how do you stay joyful? How do you stay motivated to keep showing up in your business?
Okay, each journey is a struggle. Sometimes it's like you you're following or are trying to find this passion and joy in your work, whereas
Mm.
you already have a great career and you are good at it. But just because, okay, maybe at the end of the rainbow there is nope. Like you can have a very mundane business or very mundane career and still be happy because it's your attitude that decides. Like there is a
Yes.
great research which was quoted in Big Potential by Sean Acor about how people approach their occupations. And there are like three buckets. It's just a job, it's a career, or it's a calling. And what was amazing in that research is that whatever people do, those three buckets are almost about the same size. If you are a doctor or a janitor, the third of them will treat it as a job, and the third of them will treat it as a calling. So it's how you approach your occupation that makes the whole difference. However, from my own experience, I was quite miserable at my day job. I didn't like it, and I had also plenty of personal development to do. Now I'm a much more outgoing person than I was 12 years ago, and like I just wanted to something more. I wanted to impact people's lives, and I had this itch inside, and I started achieving that. Whoa, like it's not that it's so great, but comparing with the normal gray everyday work, like it's like heaven and hell. No, thank you. I will rather go to heaven. It really gave me this grit to keep going, because it all sounds um, great when you recap your 12-year journey in half an hour interview, but it took me 8 months before I was paid by the Amazon for the first time, and I made less than hour of my overtime.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to have this internal fire inside you, but it's just a catchphrase, but you need to work on it. I had my daily rituals to keep myself motivated. I had my personal mission statement, read it every day. I create a vision board based on it. I visited like the document with quotes which shape my personal philosophy. What's like success is a few simple disciplines repeated over time. Just skimmed over it every single morning, and I follow it also. Like success leaves the clues, like Anthony Robbins says. So I followed the advice and recommendation of people well ahead of me, and journaling is one thing, one discipline I embraced because of all the advice I heard from personal development gurus. And gratitude journaling was another, and gratitude made wonders in my life, because I had been a hardcore pessimist, and it really rewired my brain. And this is what gratitude do.
Yes, yes, that's what gratitude does. And we've covered gratitude so many times on different episodes on this podcast because gratitude shifts your entire being. It shifts you from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Because when you are grateful, you can see everything you have, right? I love that so much. And you also mentioned that it took you 8 months before you got your first Amazon royalty. That's profound because many people give up before they succeed, right? Not many people are willing to keep doing the thing for 8 months straight without being paid, right? And I think that's a key nugget for our listeners to have a resilient mindset that you are able to stay the course until you get your success, whatever that success is for you. So
Yeah,
thank you
and
so
it needs to be based on something um, you consider like unmovable. It may be religious faith. Okay, God, and He wants good for me, so of course I will keep going. Or
much.
it's a matter of personal philosophy. Like I embrace as my personal philosophy that success is a few simple disciplines repeated over time, and along the way I collected some proofs in my own life. Like I started training speed reading, and after a month I doubled my speeding rate because of 10-minute uh, trainings every day. That's all. So yeah, it's moved from the realm of theory to the realm of, yeah, this is how the world works. That's why I will follow. Or it may be, as I said, someone tells you, okay, you want to be a writer, write every day for half an hour. And because you listen to them, you keep doing. So you base this I would say, action on something which will not just disappear. Because if you put, not put, but base your action on the results, for example, yeah, okay, I will make a fortune. No, for 8 months, I haven't, hadn't. And then it was a few more months before the royalties check really were significant. So this is what I meant, really, yeah, because we so often have this end effect in mind and we chase it and we don't give it enough time to materialize.
Wow, we don't give it enough time. It's just like some people will plant a seed in the ground and expect it to give them fruit right away. It takes time. I love that so much. So then, Michal, how do you help people? Like someone is listening right now and they're interested to get more help from you and find out more from you. How can they get in touch with you and what do you have to offer?
I'm a business coach and I work mostly with solopreneurs or with very small teams. So we work mostly on the owner themselves. Yeah. So because this is the biggest space for improvement at the beginning of the journey. And that's one thing. And I think it's relatively easy to find me on LinkedIn. Just type my name. And also it's great to be a Polish guy in the English speaking space, because if you connect my name with anything like books, blog, Quora, Medium, Amazon, I'm the first result always. So it's very easy to
Wow.
find me through Google search. So my books are available not just on Amazon, but everywhere where the books are sold. And my book advertising business is resurrectingbooks.com.
Mm.
So you can go there and there is a bit hidden link. When you click on it, you provide your offer information so I can evaluate if it makes sense for us to cooperate.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. So listeners, I'm going to add that link in the show notes is resurrectingbooks.com. The link will be in the description and in the show notes. Michal, do you have any last words for our listeners?
Never ever give up on something that's important to you.
Mm, mm, wow, wow. That's profound. Don't ever give up on something that's important to you. That's amazing wisdom. Michal, it's been such a privilege having you on the Joyful Money podcast. Thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me. That was my pleasure as well.
Hey, very quickly before you go, if this podcast inspired or encouraged you in any way, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and share this with a friend. It means a lot to us, and we appreciate your kindness and generosity in doing this. We'll see you back here on the next episode. Bye bye.